from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And welcome to Today on this first day of the new year. I'm Matt Lauer.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Savannah Guthrie alongside Al Roker and Natalie Morales. Happy New Year,
guys.
everybody.
Yeah.
This year, I'm going to just be open about my drinking on this set.
Well, okay, if you're starting, I'm
Exactly
starting.
right. We apologize if you're tuning in right now and you can't bear to see another glass of champagne. Just we'll talk quietly today. Doing fine. You have a nice night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great
good.
time.
Yeah, I'm not even here. I'm in Pasadena right now, getting ready for the road parade.
Well, you look here.
I'm a hologram.
You are.
This is fantastic. 2014, year of the hologram.
Oh, okay, we'll mark that down. Well, coming up this morning, we are going to look ahead, gaze into our crystal ball when it comes to politics and the economy. Can President Obama turn around sagging poll numbers? Will stocks keep growing in 2014? We'll get into that with Chuck Todd and Jim Cramer.
And we're not quite done with 2013 just yet. You don't want to miss a look back at all the fun we have had.
It's been a lot.
Yes,
Remember that fun
Oh,
today?
man.
Oh, trying to forget it, to be honest.
Somebody who took it on the chin.
Literally. We will begin with a check of the top stories of the morning with Natalie here. We'll turn to Peter Alexander. Peter, good morning to you and
Hi,
Happy
Peter.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Glad to see you guys getting up so early.
It's fair to say that both Republicans and Democrats are happy to see this year in the rearview mirror.
bad year.
Let's talk about the president. I mean, in your last poll, he had his highest disapproval ratings ever. What does he have to do to turn it around and, I guess in some sense, salvage a second term?
It's a two-word answer. It's health care. He's got to fix this. Everything with him is through the prism of this. How he's got to fix it. It's got to work. The perception of it's got to work. You know, what's interesting is that there's every chance the economy is going to get better and that it's going to help, that it should help him. But what's interesting is even as people are feeling better about the economy, they're not attaching it to the president. And it's all because right now, health care dominates everything. He's not going to be able to get anything else done if he doesn't show the public that he's got his arms around this, it's working, and they feel better about it. Until that happens, nothing changes.
Let's talk about the Republicans. They were widely blamed for the government shutdown. I think they were in some ways rescued by the debacle with the Obamacare rollout. It stays up until January 7th, so come see it. That actually got us thinking, how long should you keep up your tree, your lights, and the other decorations? This is a matter of controversy.
Controversy?
Well, some people think
No, there
you
are
should
people who think
do it right
others
away.
keep it up way too long.
Yeah.
And I will say there have been some years that I've looked at the Rock Center tree. By the end, it's looked a little bedraggled. You know, because that's a big tree, and those branches start to sag, and it gets a little sad looking.
Well, I think we know where the Today Show set stands on that. In fact, you never opened your fake present.
Oh,
Here.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Yes.
I think get
You
it
didn't.
done soon after the first of the year, but not
on the
right
first,
away.
but a few days.
We're going to talk about
If
that.
it's May, then you have problems.
It's a big problem.
You got a fire hazard.
Also ahead, one of the stories closest to my heart from last year. We each did a series where we each talked about someone who inspired us. Al chose Willard, Natalie, Augie Nieto, a man facing ALS with amazing courage. Savannah profiled her Uncle Pierce, which was awfully nice. Mine was someone I admired from the time I was a kid and was lucky enough to get to know as an adult. Muhammad Ali. He still fills me with awe, and I'm going to show you why in just a couple of minutes.
Also, Tamron is in the Orange Room. She has a topic that a lot of people are going to be looking up online today. We're talking about hangover cures. Who's guilty?
Plead the fifth.
Yeah, okay. But first, let's get a check of the New Year's Day weather in your neck of the woods.
Rocks.
14 with the world of pop culture. Josh Zepps is the host of HuffPost Live. Josh, good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Let's talk about early 2014 movies, Oscar buzz. What do you think is going to take home the statue?
Look, the Oscars are on March 2nd. They're a little bit late this year because of the Winter Olympics. I don't want to clash. I think it's going to be hugely competitive. You're probably looking at 12 Years a Slave versus Gravity, I think, two hugely different films. I seem to be the only person in the whole universe who didn't like 12 Years a Slave, but there you go. It's got a huge amount of buzz. In terms of Best Actor, you've got Tom Hanks for Captain Phillips competing against the star of 12 Years a Slave, competing against potentially Robert Redford's being talked about because he's never won an Oscar before. Leonardo DiCaprio's being talked about for his performance in Martin Scorsese's film that came out on Christmas Day. It's big.
Can we just give it up for Hollywood? Because actually there were a lot of really good movies this year.
This was an excellent year for film, which is good. And a bit of a change. I mean, there are still, looking forward to what other films are going to be coming out this year. There are still a lot of schlocky bad ones, and Hollywood is still relying a lot on franchises. There's going to be a remake of Godzilla. They're doing another X-Men movie. Of course, over the summer, 50 Shades of Grey. Ladies.
That's right.
Keep your hats on.
I know some ladies who are very excited about that.
One of the other movies that I think is worth flagging for people is this film called Noah, which is about